Hi, I'm Anatol. This is my reaction video to Violet Evergarden Season 1, Episode 3, titled May You Be an Exemplary Auto Memoir Doll. It's scored 8.4 on IMDb, and full disclosure, I have seen this episode before. I watched it in preparation for doing a review of the episode. However, my first two reviews to the Season 1 of Violet Evergarden, the view counts have been a little low. So I'm going to try doing this as a reaction video. If the view count is higher for the reaction video in the future, I will not watch the episode before and they will be pure reaction videos. So I hope you don't mind the fact that I've seen this episode before and that you will join me after the intro as I do my reaction video to Violet Evergarden Season 1, Episode 3. Join me in a bit. 'I love the way they do the lighting. They pay attention to the lighting. You see the glare coming out of the windows there? Yokidori, is that doll? I'm guessing that's doll, Yokidori. Why don't they translate the song? I don't see any subtitles for the song. It's surprising. I really like the way these typewriting scenes establish her as a robot or superhero, just because it's not something you would think of as being a qualification for being a super being, your typing speed. It's one of the things that makes this such a unique series. It has made this, since I haven't seen, I've only seen these 3 episodes. This music is very, I want to say Irish? Very Celtic, the flute sound in the background. This shirt looks like a kind of naval design. Her blouse, the top of her blouse. So beautiful. The scenes out in the city are always so beautifully lit. So here her friend is helping her see something she couldn't see on her own, giving her understanding that she lacked before. It's a nice overhead shot, ceiling shot. It's a very European office, replete with the model boat in the background. But those animal dolls on the front desk are very Japanese. Kawaii. Trying to pay attention to the acting now. I don't know, it just sounds like she's reading words and not really emoting. I'm not hearing different tones from this actress. It's all very flat delivery. Like she's reading a letter, not really emoting it. So there she's adding some grief. It was very cartoony the way the punch held there for like several frames. Some grief. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best, it's okay, this acting. Alright, so she breaks really well. Up till then though, it's really flat. From what I can tell, I like his acting. The way he was playing with the speed of his delivery, and then he was able to do that grief really well. So that was a well-needed comedic moment there. I like the color scheme of this. All the oranges and reds. Just a hint of blue. One thing that's different here is the first two episodes, the title end credit scene occurred during a sequence. So a character narrating, but it was an extended final, we'll say epilogue? We'll say epilogue. And here they're just giving us end credit montage, so that's kind of an interesting artistic decision. I do really like the song. I'm also noticing this one, no subtitles for the final credit song. I'm sure online it's available somewhere, but I just thought it was interesting. When everything else has got subtitles, they haven't subtitled the two songs. Alright, so that's it. Join me in a second. I'll give my brief review for this episode. Now for my brief review of the episode, something that was pointed out in one of the reviews of this episode on YouTube was the significance of the bell tower. And from the bell tower, through the help of her friends, Violet gains sight that she didn't have otherwise. And because she has created this friendship, the friendship with Luculia, through Luculia, she is gaining an understanding she didn't have otherwise. And she is able to finally give voice to another person who is unable to voice their own emotions. And so we see through Violet, Luculia is able to reach an understanding with her brother, from whom she has been estranged because her brother has taken the death of her parents so harshly. And so again, this idea of communication that we saw in the first two episodes, and that humans need communication in order to bond with each other, to have a connection. Without understanding, there is no connection. Then we end up like a robot, such as Violet. And also, again, I'm so wowed by the art design, the attention to detail, the colors. Everything about this series, including the writing, for me is top-notch. The only issue I have with the acting, which I think is fine but not extraordinary, I've been able to watch every episode and not notice the acting. It's not so good that I begin thinking, wow, I'm really impressed. And I don't mean in a showy way where you're only paying attention to the acting, but where you're thinking this actor has become the character. Instead, it's good enough that I'm just never noticing it, which is fine. However, when we evaluate the strengths of a piece of art, you look at all the components, so if something is masterful, you have to pay attention to that, or if it's just good. And I think the acting in Violet Evergarden is just good. It's hampered a little bit by the conventions of voice acting, Japanese voice acting. I think there's a certain style that these actors are following that is useful for anime, the conventions of anime, but I think it doesn't feel natural. It feels too conventional, the acting. Whereas so much about the series is not conventional. The setting, the tone, the content of the series, the themes are all really unconventional. The acting is the one part of it that's just conventional for me. It's just good, not extraordinary. So that's kind of what I got for this episode. Thank you for joining me for my reaction to the episode. And I'll see you again on my channel. So that's all for now. Take care and be well. Goodbye.